Hey, I'm Taylor, and my brain's a mess. If yours is too, welcome. This podcast is for folks who feel overwhelmed, anxious, or just tired of pretending everything's fine. I'm a therapist, but this isn't therapy. It's real talk about being a human. Let's dive in. Today, we are unpacking a myth that needs to die already, that therapy is only for when you're falling apart. Spoiler, it's not. Therapy isn't the emotional ER. It's more like mental wellness PT, preventative, supportive, and totally valid even when you're not in crisis. Let's be real. Most of us weren't raised with the idea that you could go to therapy just to feel better. We were told things like, you're fine, other people have it worse, I'll give you something to cry about. If it's not an emergency, you don't need help. You can handle it on your own. And my favorite, pull yourself up by the bootstraps. It's 2025. What even are bootstraps? And maybe you've internalized some of those yourself. So now when your chest is tight and your brain is buzzing 24/7, 365, you think, oh, it's not that bad. I shouldn't need therapy for this. But here's the thing. You don't wait until your car engine explodes to get an oil change, right? So why wait until you're in full meltdown mode to get support for your brain? Therapy doesn't have to be last resort stuff. It can be a way to understand yourself, to build skills, to finally say out loud the things you've been stuffing down for months or years. So let's clear something up. Therapy is not just about crying on a couch while someone says, how does that make you feel on repeat? Sometimes, yes, it's crying. Yes, I'll ask, how does that make you feel? But therapy can also be learning how to regulate your nervous system, identifying why you keep dating the same emotionally unavailable person, practicing boundaries in real time, and naming things you've never had permission to say before. And guess what? It's allowed to feel awkward. You're allowed to show up not knowing what to say, and that's actually kind of the point because you'll figure it out when you get here. You also don't have to be diagnosed with anything to benefit. You don't need a trauma resume. You don't need to have hit some invisible rock bottom. You just have to be human. That's enough. Which you already are, so congrats, you qualify. Or at least I hope you are. Here's the cool part. The people who benefit most from therapy aren't always the ones in crisis mode. They're the ones who say things like, I'm functioning, but I'm exhausted. Or, I don't feel like myself lately. I keep repeating patterns and I don't know why. And even, I want more clarity, more peace, and more connection. Therapy helps you become the observer of your life, not just the actor stuck in every scene. It gives you language for your experience, and that language becomes power. It's not magic, but it feels like it sometimes, on both sides of the screen. And if you're someone who's always been the helper, the fixer, the strong one, you might actually need therapy more because you're not used to anyone holding space for you. So what if you're not ready to start? And that's totally fair. Therapy can feel scary if you've never done it before, or if you've had a bad experience. If you're listening and thinking, boy, maybe someday, but not yet, that's okay. You can start small by journaling, listening to podcasts like this one, saying out loud to yourself, yeah, I think I might want help. That's movement. That's valid. And when you're ready to take the next step, therapy will still be there. So if no one's told you this before, let me be the first. You don't have to be in crisis to ask for support. You don't need to wait until things are bad enough. Wanting to understand yourself better? That's it for today. Thanks for being here. If this episode helped you feel a little more human, share it with someone who gets it. You'll find links to blog posts, the Safe and Sound Protocol, and other stuff I mentioned at innerhearttherapy.org. Take care of your messy, brilliant brain. I'll catch you next time.